A great show tonight, and we want to say thank you for joining us on the McCain train and hanging out with us just because we love you and we want you to see God's glory, and the reason why is because we must share all of our backstories. Now, tonight's topic is a good one. We're talking about women on the move and how to handle a jealous spouse.
Where y'all going?
We always going. We don't sit and wait on no man.
I want to know. Where y'all moving to?
We don't sit and wait on no man.
Okay, so what we got?
So we have joining us on the next stop, number one, Amazon best-selling author, inspirational speaker, and fitness instructor, I love her name, Miss Melanie Bonita. I hope she's on the line here.
Miss Bonita, are you there? Hello?
Hey, I'm on the line. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, we can. How you doing?
I'm awesome. How are you?
All right. Welcome to the McCain train. We thank you very much for being on the show. And so I'm going to get right into it, Melanie. You family now. You know that, don't you?
Awesome. I'm glad to be family.
Yeah, family now. So once you get on the show, you instantly become a family member. So now you're family. So I'm going to go right into it, Melanie. I want to know. It's said, you got a great backstory, inspirational speaker. You're doing so many great things. What is it about you? What made you decide that you wanted to go and inspire others to be a great person and to do the greatest things they can do?
Well, one, I want to let people know that they don't have to be limited by their background, because a lot of times people look at where they've been and not where God is taking them. And so it doesn't matter what your past is. I want people to know that they can still live their dreams no matter what is going on in their life. Because I was a teenage mother. I had my daughter when I was 16, and I needed to know that I can still live my dreams. And so I want other people to know the same. And then the other reason is because that's what God has called me to do. God has called me to inspire and encourage people to live their best life. And so I am just really, really obey God and do what he calls me to do.
So, that's a great story. Melanie, you said you was 16. And, I know at 16 years old, you didn't have that inspirational spirit that you have now. What helped you to get to that point? 16 and, you're saying that you're a person that needs some assistance or help. At 16, we don't really know nothing. So what inspired you? What helped to inspire you? I wish we could tell some of those 16-year-olds they don't know nothing, but they think they do. But at that point, what inspired you?
You probably had that great mama.
Absolutely. I would say two things. Two is definitely one is my mother. My mother inspired me. She's always been an entrepreneur. She's always been very, very positive, and she's always said the main thing she says is, you can always do everything. There's a quote that I'm trying to remember. It's funny because I can't remember it right now. But, she always said positive things, and she always, made sure that made sure she let me know that I can do anything that I wanted to do. So that, and then of course, as I got older, just really God, just knowing that with God and his word, it says I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me, and everything in his word is inspiring to me. So why not use his word to inspire others?
Amen.
Okay, and I see that was one of my questions with her. Where do you draw your inspiration from? And you did the number one thing. You said God. Because like I was saying, 16, you're not thinking about that, I'm sure, as a young mother. And then you went right into marriage, I believe, right? Miss Melanie?
I did. I got married when I was 18 years old at the very tender young age of 18, and separated at 19 and divorced by 20. But again, want people to know, just because you've ever been divorced before, that's not the end of your story. You can still live your dreams and do what God has called you to do, and know that God has the right one for you when you're able to make good decisions. Amen?
Amen.
I love that you're sharing that story. And one of the things that we do on our show is that we are always sharing our stories, our backstories, to help people and inspire people. And there's no better inspirational story to tell people how you were in a dark area or a dark part of your life, and you didn't allow that darkness to steal your light. You became a light.
That's right.
When darkness was there and it needed a light, you became a light to make sure that other people would not be afraid to be in their own darkness and be inspired by what you've done. So, Melanie, I applaud you for that. That is so awesome to tell young ladies. Are you talking to young ladies right now about certain situations like that?
I do. People have me speak at a lot of youth conferences and to speak to the youth about, just being encouraged and making better decisions and being determined to live their dreams. It doesn't matter, what it looks like now. It doesn't matter what your grades look like. It doesn't matter what your parents are doing. You still can live your dreams and be whatever it is that you want to be. So, yes, there's tons of youth groups that I speak to on a regular basis, yes.
Okay, what I love so much about you, when I was talking to you earlier, I said, "Oh my God, this is a lady on the move," and I know you wear a lot of different hats. Now, what impressed me with you is the fact that your backstory. You did get pregnant at 16. I believe your daughter's name is Crystal.
Yes, my daughter's name is Crystal. I'm actually a grandmother now. I have 2 grandchildren, Mackenzie and Jaden.
Okay, and the thing about that, you was pregnant with Crystal, but you was pregnant with a purpose. And the thing is,
amen.
when you graduated, I mean, like you said, you was a young lady that did what she had to do, went on, got your degree, and then when I say different hats, I'm thinking from the fitness instructor to the praise dancer, to the motivational and inspirational speaker, all that you do, how do you balance that out?
Well, it's really just a matter of, again, trusting and believing God and just knowing that He has the purpose and the plan, and He knows every moment that we have to take, everything that we have to do, because He's called us to do it. So even like today, to give an example, I'm speaking at a 4-day conference tomorrow. My second book's being released tonight. I had all these things happening, and tons and tons of things happened in the past 2 days that kind of tried to take me off schedule. So I didn't want to stay all night last night, because some nights I pull all-nighters, and I said, God, when I woke up this morning, God, what is it that you want me to focus on today? What is it that you want me to do the most so that I can maximize my time, so that I can have balance and get everything done that you want me to get done, and still rest? What is in my free time? When I'm seeking His face, He gave me the strategy that I needed to complete everything that I needed to do today.
Okay, now.
And I'm saying, yes, so I was because it's like sometimes we want to do things off, we try to figure things out, and God has the answer. He says in Jeremiah 53:3, if you call to me, I will answer and show you great and mighty things which you do not know. Then He also says in Matthew 7:7, which is one of my favorite scriptures. I have several favorite, but that's one of them. It says, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. So all we have to do is ask, because too many times we're trying to figure everything out. How are we going to do these 50 things in one day? But God has the answer. And I was like, oh, God, you are so awesome. He just let it all out this morning for me. This is good. I just like, thank you, Lord, thank you. This is so good. It's still do my coaching class and the radio show. They send out the emails and advertisements. How much time to spend on each thing, show me what's going to win the next step. Just because I was like, I got to go to the cleaners. I got to go. He just showed me everything, so I didn't have to go to the cleaners. I didn't have to do some of the things that I needed to do. And I had to, I shouldn't say fire. I had to replace my old assistant, and I haven't got a new one. So some administrative things that I shouldn't be doing, I'm doing because they have to get done. So I was like, God, how do I do it? And so I would say my balance comes from really trusting God, asking God, seeking His face.
Melanie, I got to say, I love your spirit. I get
She's
so
infectious.
Of course, as a minister, I love hearing someone just that excited about Jesus. I almost want to get saved again just by listening. Wait a minute, this is too great to know that. But I know you run into some people that that don't have that same effective spirit. They're down and they're not doing good. Talk to a young lady right now that is going through a situation where she just feels that she can't be a woman on the move. She's not moving anywhere. She's stagnant. Help her out right now to make that first step to move into the same direction that you're going into.
Wow, that's good. Okay. Well, I just want to tell you, young lady, you have to move. You can't stay still because somebody needs what you have. It's not about you. It's not about what you're going through, but it's about somebody else is on the other end of your destiny. Somebody else is on the other end of your obedience. And so when you think about not wanting to get out the bed that day, think about whose life you might be affecting by not doing what you know that you need to do. And so I just want to encourage you on today, know that you can do all things through Christ which strengthens you. Know that whatever you're going through, that it's only temporary. It's only temporary. There's always no light at the end of the tunnel. Let God lead you to the light. Look up into the hills from which cometh your help, because your help comes from the Lord, and He is there to help you and get you through.
Man, now she is on fire here.
You know what's so funny? God, what my mother used to say, she used to always say, and of course I credit to Philippians 4:13, where you can do all things through Christ which strengthens you, but she used to always say, well, that's the will, that's the way.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. So are these some of the daily nuggets that you give out during your motivation speeches?
Absolutely. Well, God leads me, because I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I always, prepare and write down, but sometimes God just takes me in another direction, and wherever He leads me, I go. The Holy Spirit is so amazing, like Campbell soup, good, good. He's just so good, and so wherever He goes, I have to go wherever He leads me, because I don't think that the others need one thing, but God knows exactly what it may change one person life. If it brings one person out of a depression, if it brings one person to start living their purpose and living their dreams, if it keeps one person from committing suicide, I have done what God has called me to do. So the different nuggets that I've shared, like I said, I just hear, I wait and I hear from Holy Spirit. I have to give you this testimony, because like I was just saying to the young woman that she wanted me to speak to, and sometimes you don't feel like doing things. Sometimes you don't want to know, you don't know why you got to do it or why you're in this place. And God let me, Holy Spirit let me decide, take your day with challenge. And in that challenge, every night I get on Periscope. And again, I'm like, okay, I don't have time to get on Periscope every night at the same time, and I got this and that and going on. But I did it. And you don't know who you're affecting. There was a gentleman last night from the UK, and he was like literally depressed. I don't even know how he started following me on the Periscope. He said nobody had, he was, and I'm getting ready to block him because he was saying some offensive things, and Holy Spirit said, don't block him. And before the Periscope, I had to stop the middle of the Periscope and pray for him. Amen. And he was so sensitive because he said nobody has ever prayed for him before.
And it just took that.
And so,
and see, doesn't
we have to do the things that God tells us to do, but we just have to obey Him and do it. Amen. No matter what, we can't look at our schedule. We can't look at how. We just have to do it. And not just one situation. I mean, it seems like every week I had situation after situation and testimony and story after story about whenever I obey God, somebody gets set free, healed, and delivered. Somebody's life is changed. Somebody receives salvation. It just doesn't matter. It's just we have to obey God. If you want to go to one restaurant, tell you to go to another, just go to that place, because you don't know if your smile is just going to save somebody's life.
Amen. That's awesome. Hey, if you all are listening right now, you're listening to Melanie Bonita on Let's Stay Together Talk, affiliated by our affiliated sponsors of PureFlix on the air with us. Melanie has this effective spirit, that is just growing on us. I mean, when I said you was family, girl, you sealed the deal now.
Yeah.
You keep on talking Jesus, you're going to be in this family forever.
Amen.
And so let me ask you this. We talk to a lot of people, and as you were saying, some people don't want to hear it, but you've got to keep on moving. You got to keep on telling people that. Why is it so important to constantly, persevere, even in adversity, when someone is sitting there doing everything against you to not hear you. Why is it so important, Melody, that we continue to go on in God's name to inspire people to believe?
Because God knows the end result.
That's good.
This is scripture that says someone plants the seed, someone waters, and then God is going to get the increase. And so we may be the one that needs to plant that seed, or we may need to be the ones that water it. And we may feel like, that nothing is taking place or no change is happening. But if God says keep on, you just keep on doing what you're doing and helping them or ministering to them, whatever. Because ultimately, even once they leave your presence, God already knows the end result. And they may say, you know what, I can't even stop thinking about what she said to me yesterday. I can't stop thinking about what happened or what the experience was the day before. And so that's the thing I just want to share. It's again, it's just not about us. It's not about what we need to do or what we want to do. It's about God getting the glory for all that we do and all that we have, and lives being changed and people being set free, healed, and delivered.
Amen. That scripture you was talking about was 1 Corinthians 3:6.
Amen.
Baby, she's done. I mean, I know you already realize that we're going to be having you on this show again and again. So you just get as much as you love God, I could see that God is going to do some great things with you, and you're going to be even busier than you are now, because God is always looking for a soul that's enriched with his will, that wants to do his will, and all the trials and tribulations that you've went through and you share it with people. People don't realize that when you share that testimony of what you've went through, it connects with someone, because they need to know that they're not alone. And because of what you're doing, you're going to be doing so many great things. But, baby, she's done some other great things. I know you got a couple of questions there. What you got?
Yeah, I do. I want to thank God for you, Miss Bonita, because the thing to get me, no matter how tired you are, I don't think you have time to do something, God give you that strength to do what you need to do to win souls to Christ. And as I mentioned earlier, with all the different hats that you're wearing, one of them that still intrigues me is you being a fitness instructor. Talk to us a little bit about that. And how I'm sure you bring people to Christ doing some dance moves and exercise moves as well.
Well, what's interesting about that? I am not currently doing that in this season, but I know that God told me to go back to it. And I'm going to tell you, because we talked about, the past and me being a single parent and marriage and divorce and all those great things, but we didn't talk about some of the health challenges that I have had. And I've been in, at this point, 5 major car accidents in my life. And with that, Lord, every time I see a car accident, you have no idea. Even every time I hear somebody died in a car accident, I say, thank you, God, that I am still here. I know there was purpose for my life, because after the car accident, that I could still move and have my being like the way he has. And so I'm in, I guess I would say, recovery mode for my first car accident, and working on getting my body back and my strength and my stamina and everything back, because I know he's actually given me a vision for several exercise videos and workout videos also. And so in doing the gospel aerobics in the several seasons that I did, that was one of the second or third ministries God gave me. Well, the first was the praise dance. I was a minister of dance. And whenever I dance, and this is, I'm going to tell you how I started teaching the fitness classes, which is so interesting, because I was a minister of dance. And after my second car accident, the people in the dance ministry said, you know what, we need to get a doctor's note, from you before you could come back to the dance ministry. And I was distraught, because that was what, ministering through dance, that, heals me. That's perfect. When I praise God, I had no pain in my body. It was you read, the end of my testimony and my Bible, it said there's healing in your praise. Praise silences the enemy. And that's what Psalm 8:2 says, praise silences the enemy. So I was in so much pain, and I just was like, you know what, I just need to be free. And I just went in my basement in my house that I was in. I was in my second house at that time, and I was just praising God and moving my body. And God was showing me, people, this is not just for you. This is not just for ministering through dancing. I know you said I know you heal people through your ministry and dance, but I want you to start showing people how their bodies could be healed by movement. And so he, showed me that when I was doing the workout movements, that's a form of exercise too, and it can help people get healthy and help people lose weight because, he said on his word that our bodies are a temple that belongs to him. We have to know that we're not our own, and that's 1 Corinthians 6:19. And so because our bodies are not our own and because they don't belong to us, and that's what's so interesting. When God gave me the vision for the gospel of aerobics, I came up with every excuse, and that's why I tell people, I got so much. I wish I had more time. And I tell them, he told me, never forget when he told me, say, I don't have anywhere to do it. I need some new tennis shoes. I need this. I need that. I've been into working out because I was in the military. I'm a veteran of the United States Army, and so as a result of, praise God. As you can see, I'm not.
Right.
Some interesting music. I make excuses, and that's why I tell people don't make any excuses because again, you don't know what's going on. I've been in a car accident with two at that point. My body's hurting. I'm in pain. Are you sure this is what you want me to do? You want me to
the right person for it.
My certification, I have, now, but I didn't have that at the time. I don't have any fitness certifications, so I got a mentor, and I'll never forget, that's what's good to have a mentor, a coach, somebody. She said, you don't have this, you don't have that. She said, you could start teaching that at my church. You could do this. She said, limited excuses for me. So I started teaching about this, and I'll never forget, oh man, this is somebody needs to hear this because you're sitting on, you're asking God for your increase, and because you're making excuses and you're not getting the increase that you need. And so I never forget this, so one day, nobody came to my class. When I said no, I mean no. This was my assistant at the time. So I'm in the place, I'm in the church, I'm in the place, and I'm praying, God, you sure this is what you want me to do? Because I know when you call me to do something, there's going to be fruit associated with it, and no one's here by myself, so I let it prostrate before the Lord that night. That night, instead of having class, because I'm he told me to fast this week. And so I fasted and prayed and seek him. But Monday, my classes was every Monday night. Monday, when I came out of the fast, I received a call from Newsweek magazine. And Newsweek magazine said, we want to come do an article on your class next Monday. I literally had 3 days. I'm like, okay, God, nobody showed up tonight. Somebody showed up with Newsweek Monday. That was awesome. You asked me the question, next confirming this is what I called you to do. I don't know how they knew about the class. And I was like, God, this is crazy. After Newsweek, and if I continue, if I look and if I had my exercise video, but I wanted everything to be done in excellence, I was like, okay, God, I don't want it to look like it's done in somebody's basement. But if I had that product, I would have been because after Newsweek, CBS News, NBC News, just TV stations, TV stations, they put me in a Associated Press, MD, what is it called? MD, all these places were doing articles on these things. They had stuff even in certain languages. And I was just like, I was question books that, some of my clients, stuff, Newsweek magazine, get your exercise video. I didn't have an exercise video. I was upset with myself. So God gave me the video for my book. I started the next day. And that book was completely written because I was not going to get being disobedient and not having my increase because I know when God gives me instructions that He's going to give me increase. Amen. And so for somebody that tells you to run a business or start ministry, you You don't know what's going to be the end result. You don't know the Steve Harvey is whoever's going to come looking for you, and you don't have a proper stuff, and you leaving all the money in Texas, but you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Melanie, we got about 3 minutes with you. You know we're having you back again. Tell us a little bit about the book that you wrote, and I think what is it called?
Moments of Motivation,
Moments of Motivation.
Volume number 2. Talk to us about that book.
That's the one that's being released tonight. Actually, that's my 5th book.
Amen.
Praise God. Yes, that's my 5th book, and God's given me a vision for over 100 books. And I'm just going to cover somebody that God gave a vision for to write a book. This book is my tweet. God tells me, you encourage everybody every day to tweet. For like 2 or 3 years, I tweeted. He had me tweet with inspiration he wanted me to share every single day. I tweeted, and God said, you know, it's time for you to put those in a book. So that's motivation. You get a moment. It may take you 1 or 2 minutes a day to get a moment of motivation to start your day. And so that's what it is. So somebody that needs to write a book, you might just need to go to your tweets and go to tweetbook.com and have them put up your tweets in a PDF document and create a book by next week.
Amen. Hey, you know, Melanie, I'm going to tell you, we could talk to you all day, honey, but we definitely going to have you back. You are so inspirational, and we need to have you back on the show again. So I'm sure Brenda's going to set up something where we're going to have you back real soon to share. What are you going to be doing before you get off the air? What's going on next?
Wow. I'm getting ready to go on a college tour coming up. We're going to be speaking to college students and, you know, blessing them and ministering to them about being determined to live their dreams and about making better decisions to get better results. Of course, like I said, I'm going to be releasing 4 books this year. You know, if you want to, you know, definitely follow me on Instagram at Melanie B Speaks. Follow me on Twitter. Periscope, definitely follow me on Periscope because, again, I inspire all the time on Periscope. And, you know, go to my website and join my mailing list at melaniebonita.com because I always send out what I'm doing and what I have going on a daily basis. And so anybody that needs to know, you know, what I have coming up next, I have so much stuff coming up. I'm going to accomplish the main thing because, like you say, you know, those are the people, the young people are the future, you know, and we have to get them while they're young. And it's like I said, God, like you said, God has given me so many hats, and you haven't even tapped into everything that He's given me. If I could even only share half of that, that would be amazing. But I haven't even tapped into the beginning of the things that God showed me His called me to do. And I've had people say, suppress, you know, you can't have all that stuff on your bio. You need to just keep it to speaker, author, coach. I said, but if God called me to do all these things, I need to do it.
Amen.
You know, and so
what I want you to do is share that information with us. You can share that information so we can let people know how they can get in contact with you as well.
Absolutely. They could definitely go to my website. That's melaniebonita.com, MELANIEBONITA.com, or my email address is ask@melaniebonita.com. Again, they could also follow me on, you know, more definitely on Facebook, but they could follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on connect with me on LinkedIn, follow me on Periscope, and just really connect with me so that I could really help inspire and encourage you to go to the next dimension in your life. And that's what I'm about. I'm helping people. Like I said, the next 4 days I'll be at the Power Networking Conference. If you're in the D.C. metro area and you want to come out to that, I'll be there, you know, speaking, and I'm a super coach there. So just, you know, just whatever it is God is leading you to do. If He's leading you to connect with me, I help other authors write their books. I help other authors release what God has put in them, and help other authors become Amazon bestsellers and help them market their books. So there's no good God gave you the vision for the book and it's sitting in the trunk of your car or in your basement. No, somebody needs it. So it needs to get out there to the masses. And so I do spend a lot of time helping other authors market their books and getting it out to the masses. And so I do want to share that too.
Amen. Hey, thank you very much, Melanie, for being on the show. Like I said, your family now, you sealed the deal. And we'll definitely have you back so you can inspire more people. And I'll be looking forward to those 4 books that are coming out this year, too.
Also, yes, make sure you get a copy of the first book, Daily Dose of Determination. There's some decisions. There's divine inspiration for mothers and Moments of Motivation Volume 1. And next this one, Moments of Motivation Volume 2, that they can go on Amazon and get that tomorrow. So, again, just thank you. I really greatly appreciate you both for having me.
You've honored us. And we definitely thank you being on there. And with your spirit, you will be a part of Let's Stay Together as long as God has us on the air.
Because she has motivated us.
Yeah, I'm going to go get saved now. I don't know about that. Melanie, thank you very much for giving us a call, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. You all be blessed.
All right,
You be
God
blessed,
bless you.
too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wow, now she's a dynamo. You know, she's just got a spirit that'll get you. I mean, I don't care what you're going through. At that moment, you can't be sad no more. Like, what was I sad about? What? I can't even remember, you know.
You want to pocket her.
Yeah, pocket her. And just, you know, if it was an energy drink called Melanie Bonita, you would never have to drink another energy drink again.
That's cute. Energy drink called Melanie Bonita.
And you know, she's still
we
listening.
Need an MB.
And she's still listening. She's probably said, wow, an energy drink, that's good. I'm going to do that.
Right.
You go, girl.
Yeah,
and
go.
that was Women on the Move. And
Yeah.
evidently, she is really on the move with 6, 7, 10, 100 different hats she wears.
She does.
And such a beautiful lady outside and inside.
So where we going next, baby?
We are going to, where are we going? To our POV, which is Point of View by Donna Terrell.
And you'll also hear from one of our sponsors, EBE, and we also have a sponsor affiliation with PureFlix, and we'll tell you a bit more about PureFlix in the coming hour. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.